Hello Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome. This is your reading for July of 2024. So we are a BTS inspired channel, but whether you are Army or you are new to the channel, you've never heard of BTS, or you're just curious, we welcome you. We welcome you into the collective, into the community for Beneath the Sky, Beyond the Stars Tarot, and we hope that you will stay around. All right. Thank you so much for stopping by. We're going to go ahead and do your reading for July of 2024. We're going to just lay the cards down here. There will also be a video that will give more information on the astrology that's happening for this month and how it will be affecting you, Aquarius. Just a couple things to make note of. You do have the new moon, which is happening on July 5th. That's going to be in your 6th house. So there may be some new activity going on in your work situation. Maybe some of you starting a new job or planting seeds in your daily life. What you do on a daily basis. You could be also starting some new health or fitness, fitness regimen or program. So exercise, taking good care of your health, being careful about your diet is going to be really important for you for the next month. You also have Venus, which is the planet of love, is going to be moving into your 7th house as of July 11th. So whereas some of you have really been getting a lot of accolades and a lot of really good feedback and energy in your work situation, that is going to move into your relationships, all right? So there's going to be a big emphasis on long-term relationships, one-to-one relationships, partnerships, marriages. So some of you could be meeting someone very significant or, really solidifying a relationship in July. Could be a very romantic month for you, and someone really being very affectionate and, very loving towards you in July, Aquarius. You also have Mercury moving into Leo, again, that opposite sign. So Mercury and Venus are going to be in Leo for July, which means, there could be a lot of love talk, love letters, conversations, text messages, phone calls late into the night, a lot of communication with love partners, okay? So this could be really exciting month for you, Aquarius. All right, let's go ahead and lay the cards down. I'll do one more shuffle here and break the cards, right? You also have just one more thing, the full moon is going to be in your 11th house. I'm sorry, your 12th house this month, Aquarius. So some of you may be spending some time just really contemplating. There could be some spiritual ascension going on for you this month. Oh, wow, look at that. The Three of Cups coming up. Great. And the moon. All right. Oh, wow. I just did Pisces, and Pisces had this card, the Empress, as the final card as well. So let's take a, oh my goodness, look what I just said. I was just talking about relationships, partnerships, potential even marriage partnerships. This is the 10 of Cups here coming at the base of the deck for you, Aquarius. Wow, this is going to be a very exciting time for you emotionally. All right, so before we run through each of the cards, I'm going to take a few photo cards from, I'm so excited for you, Aquarius, this month. I really feel some amazing energy coming through for you. When it comes to one-to-one relationships. So some of you, some wishes could be coming true in a romantic relationship. I'm telling you right now, you could be moving things to the next level. Let's take 3 cards from the BTS photo cards and get some messages for you. All right, we have the first card is going to be, oh wow, we've got Jimin, Face, Set Me Free. All right, look at beautiful Jimin, amazing. He just released Smeraldo Garden Band, and what an amazing song. So he's moving from this Face era into his next era, which is really exciting. So we have the Face card here. Now, interesting here because you see Jimin, he's got spikes here in his neck, in his ears, in his eyebrow. So I'm feeling that some of you have been wounded, right? And there may be some emotional wounds that you've been dealing with, and you've been quietly dealing with them. You've been, taking the high road, Aquarius. You're not letting them get to you. But definitely, I feel like you're coming into July having been through some stuff. Definitely some emotional wounds. Some scars there emotionally, but I feel like they haven't, though they've pierced you, they haven't destroyed you, right? You are still alive and well, and you are still, working on creating a beautiful life despite any pain that you have experienced. Okay, so that's the first message there. Let me get another card here. And Jimin, by the way, is a Libra, compatible sign to you, Aquarius. So some of you could be a Libra in a partnership with you. Some of you could be wounded by a Libra or had some difficulties in a relationship with a Libra. Carrying over some emotional scars from a relationship with a Libra or Gemini, possibly. Jimin's moon is in Gemini. Let's get another card. RM, we have Indigo. RM, Wildflower, me and myself. And here is RM. All right, so message that I'm getting from here, I feel like he's very guarded. So some of you are very guarded right now when it comes to emotional relationships. Again, if you've been dealing with those wounds from the past, some of you could really have been just concentrating on yourself, just you yourself, right? Healing from the past, really focusing on healing and focusing on your own concerns, right? Just really putting yourself first. So that's beautiful. Let me go ahead and get one more photo card for you, Aquarius, and then we will get to the tarot cards. One more. All right. Oh, wow, we've got Suga. All right, with his tour. And so Suga here, August D tour. So there is duality here. Suga is a Pisces. So Pisces could be very significant for you, Aquarius. You could have maybe dealing with a Pisces. Maybe some of you are dealing with a Pisces who has shown a great deal of duality, two sides, right? So maybe being one way one time, one way sometimes, and then another way at other times. So you're not really sure where you stand with this person. Even if it's not a Pisces, it could just be someone in your life. So duality, kind of showing two faces. You not really being sure where you stand with this person, all right? So that could be the channeled messages for you. There's a light and a dark side to this person. So just be mindful of that, right? That this person, they maybe to the public, they're a very buttoned up, professional, very straight persona, but in private there's a wild side to them. There's a very could be even a dark side, something there. But okay, so that's the messages for you, Aquarius. Just be mindful of people who have a dual nature. All right. And I talked about Gemini being Libra, Gemini. So Gemini is very dual. Pisces is very, there's duality there with Pisces. Also duality with Libra because of the scales, right? So you could be dealing with someone who has all of those planets, significant planets. But let's go ahead and see what other message we're getting here. So we have the Three of Wands as you are coming into this period. So the Three of Wands is the distant past, okay? Often with the Three of Wands, I see someone stepping into a new life. Okay, so what I'm channeling here is you stepping out of a dark period into the light, into the sun. So if you look here, this figure, one of the guys here, is stepping out of what looks like a really dark room, shadows, so there is newness here as far as moving out of a period of darkness into the light. I love the stars in this picture because I feel like you're moving from darkness into starlight, right? Into success, into stars even talk about wishes coming true. So I feel because you were able to leave the past, let go of the past, you're moving out of this period and you have been able to in the distant past. So we're talking about the months, maybe, all the months of 2024. So we can start back, say, at the beginning of 2024, you coming out of a dark period and moving into the light. So that is very beautiful. Three of Wands talks about expectations as well. So in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, you have a person who is standing on a mountain and waiting for their ship to come in, right? They're looking out over the mountain, over the ocean, and they see a ship there. And it's like they're waiting for that ship to come in to bring something to them, some treasure or some goods, or someone bringing the ship, bringing that person to you, or waiting for that ship to come so that you can get on that ship and move away, right? And move on to something bigger and greater and farther horizons, okay? So it's expectation. It's an expectation card, expectation of good things. So coming into the month of July, you have the Temperance card, and it is called Friends in this deck, this BTS deck. So finding a way to strike a balance. Again, I'm getting a potential that some of you have been dealing with someone who you can consider a friend, right? So maybe it's a relationship that moved from intimacy or moved from an emotional situation into now you're just friends, right? Maybe the situation was so dualistic and there was such a sense of instability there potentially that you just made a decision, or both of you or that other person made a decision that maybe it's just we're better off being friends. And so there is a reconciliation energy here that is not necessarily romantic, but being able to kind of work together, create together, to be able to find a balance, to be able to say, okay, listen, we may not agree on everything, but we can still be civil. We can still make something good out of what we had. All right. I'm also seeing you with the Temperance card regaining emotional balance, even mental balance, right? So, looking back on that card with the piercings, again, I do feel like some of you, your heart has been pierced. Jimin had the piercing in his throat. So maybe some of you have been unable to speak your truth, or you have not been able to express things because of pain that you've been through. But I feel like now that has subsided and now you are in a healing, there has been a healing process that's taken place, and you've been able to make peace. That's really the energy that I'm feeling. Making peace with the past, making peace with someone, making peace with your own emotions and your own heart, your own desires, and being able to find that balance between what you want and what is right for you, right? Because we can want something, but it's not necessarily for us. We want something, but it may not be what we actually need. So between your wants and your needs, there being a balance here. Okay. And there's a little heart here. I don't know if you can see that, but it says for you, right? So there is love here for you. There definitely is. And I feel like if you're dealing with another person, that person genuinely loves you. I don't think there's any doubt to that. This card also talks about, and I said the word reconciliation, so some of you could be getting back together with someone from your past, all right? That is a distinct possibility here, especially with the Ten of Cups at the base of the deck here, which is, you know, emotional love and like the, you know, the apex of love here as far as it comes in the tarot deck. Again, it could be marriage, could be some of you getting back together with someone and deciding that we're gonna commit to this relationship, a long-term commitment as well. Also Sagittarius could be significant because the Temperance card is a Sagittarian card as well. I did mention Sagittarius earlier when I was talking about RM, I believe, because he is a Virgo Sagittarius. If I didn't, then he is a Virgo Sagittarius. So why I see there is the potential here for reconciliation, Aquarius, you have the Three of Cups here, which is covering. So this is the energy now covering you as we are now in July, right? As of July 1st, and as we're moving through July. This is a celebration card. The Three of Cups is often, you know, just having a great time. It's celebration. It's coming together with people that you love, that you care about. There could be parties. There could be gatherings, you know, social meetings, social celebrations, where you are just having a good time. You could be going out, you could be, you know, enjoying the company, one person or multiple people, going out with friends, going out with a group, enjoying good food, you know, wine, having drinks, cocktails, listening to good music. That is the Three of Cups energy here. So I feel like in July, that is going to be part of the energy that you are you're feeling. So definitely coming out of a heavy, like I said, coming out of a heavy period into a more lighthearted, happy, celebratory, you know, really positive and happy energy here. Now, Three of Cups also, you know, just want to recognize this because sometimes the Three of Cups can represent three people, you know, an emotional situation where there are three people involved. So just keep that in mind. Make sure that whoever you are connected with, connecting with, making a commitment to, make sure that person is just committed to you. Okay, that there is not a third party in the situation. Now that could be a third party, you know, a relationship partner, but it also could be family members, right? You know, a parent that could maybe create complications, or maybe someone else's children are involved in the situation. So just make sure that if there are other people involved that would be intimately connected with you, that you know who they are and that you are aware and you and this partner are on the same page, okay? That everything is out in the open. You want to make sure of that, okay? And let me see, just looking here. Yep, that is Jimin coming up again. So again, Libra and Gemini. I believe that this is Shuga, Pisces, and Jin, Sagittarius again, coming up here. Okay. All right. So as we move toward the new moon and toward the middle of July, you have the moon here, right? So it is coming up right at that time, moon dream. So the moon can represent things that are not seen, right? Things that may be hidden or veiled. So it's important to be able to kind of see what's going on in the background, or know what's going on behind the scene or under the surface. Again, that warning, you know, that just to make sure to know who is involved in any emotional situations that you get into. Also, just make sure that you're vetting who you are with, right? Know, what are they into? Like, what do they do? The moon card can talk about, you know, it can talk about reliance on things like alcohol, maybe drugs, things like that. It also can talk about illusions. So make sure that you are seeing something for what it really is, okay? That you know what's going on. Make sure that you're not seeing something for the way that you want it to be, as opposed to the truth of what it really is, okay? Just be mindful of that. With the moon, of course, we have to consider Cancer, and July is Cancer season, right? So definitely shout out to our beautiful Cancers. This could be a Cancer person that you are connected with. Also, just looking at the card here and considering your astrology, that full moon is going to be happening in your 12th house. So utilize this full moon that's happening at the end of the month to really channel from the universe, okay? If you get messages, if you get intuitive messages, if you have dreams, make sure that you keep a pen and, a journal or something next to your bed, so that if you wake up in the middle of the night or in the morning and you have some vivid dreams, that you can jot them down, because they may have some significant messages for you, okay? Make a note of who is in that dream, what they're doing, and how you feel, how you felt in the dream, and how you feel when you wake up. All right. And, there are lots of interesting dream interpretations on the internet, that can be very significant. But apart from that, just think of how you feel and what images that gives you and what feelings it gives you when you wake up from that dream. And those could be messages that you're channeling from the universe, from God, from the Akashic records, from your spirit guides, from your higher self, or even from loved ones who have moved on, right? So keep that in mind. Okay. All right. And as we get to the end of July, I just want to make a note that you have 3 major arcana here. You've got the Temperance card, you have the Moon card, and you have the Empress card. Beautiful card to end off this reading at the end of July. And again, Cancer season, that's that moon energy, mother energy, definitely nurturing. So, you may feel at the end of the month that some of you may be in a very nurturing situation, nurturing relationship. Some of you could be in a partnership where your family is involved, both families or blended families, right? Where there could be outings, not just you and a partner, but you, your partner, your kids, their mom, your dad, whatever the situation is. There could be family involved with a relationship, and that's all good, right? As long as you have boundaries, and as long as you make time for the two of you, and everybody kind of knows their place, then there's nothing wrong with that, right? It can deepen bonds. It can complicate things as well, but just, make sure that you are keeping those boundaries very strong and establishing them. And again, also with the 10 of Cups at the end, at the base of the deck, the 10 of Cups can also be a family card. So again, I do feel that there's energy around spending time with family and loved ones here. Okay. Let me see what else we have here. Okay. All right. So the Empress card is a beautiful card. It is definitely very feminine. So some of you, a feminine energy could be very significant in your life right now. So regardless of your gender or your persuasion, someone with very strong feminine energy could be very significant for you at this time. The Empress is also a card that is connected to abundance and fertility, as well as, fruitfulness. So some of you, just the works of your hands, or whatever you are focused on, whatever you do for a living, or whatever your passion is, could end up being very fruitful for you financially, as well as just creatively. This could be a very fruitful time for you. This also could be very fruitful as far as having to do with your fertility. So this could be a very fertile time for you. Mars is actually moving into Gemini, which is your 5th house, on July 20th, right before that full moon. So that 5th house is highlighted. There could be a lot of sexual energy, a lot of sexual activity. Some of you could really be, having some really passionate days and nights with a partner, someone who you're really emotionally, physically connected to. So definitely this could be a very passionate month for you, especially toward the end around that full moon. Those two dates coming together could really heighten emotional connection. Just try to remain grounded. Remember that temperance energy and try and be temperate, but it could be very difficult because emotions could be running very, very high at the end of the month, Aquarius. So just keep your, keep your balance, do the best that you can, keep your, your mind clear, and, definitely, count to 10 right before you do anything, and make sure that you're making decisions that are right for you. But again, this could be a really passionate and loving month for you, Aquarius. So I really love that for you. Again, the only, caveat here, only warning again, is about duality and just knowing where people stand and knowing who they are before you give your, 1000% to someone. But again, potential for real fulfillment here emotionally, a lot of joy, celebrations, deep emotional connections, moving to the next level. Could be engagements, could be marriages here. Yeah, could be very, very significant for you. Again, as I said, reconciliation with a previous partner could happen. And all right, yeah, I think that's the gist of the messages for the tarot. Let's go ahead and take one card from the Oracle deck here. What is the message for Aquarius? Message for Aquarius. I'll take this card. Okay, very good. What I was talking about, protection, right? So yes, opened up the reading talking about, having been wounded in the past, maybe some heartbreak, maybe, hearts being pierced or words being spoken that were piercing. And so there definitely is a need to protect your energy, to, make sure that you are looking out for yourself. Again, you may be very caught up in another person or with another person or relationship situation this month. So there definitely is, you may be feeling very protective of yourself as well. And I did say, with RM here, that some of you may be feeling very guarded because of what you've been through. But I also feel that the energy in this card is expressing that you are under protection, okay? Especially interesting here because I feel like this tree is one of protection. It is a protective force for you. We do see the lightning in the background, so we know that we don't run under trees when when there's a storm, right? Because trees are lightning rods. They attract lightning, so it's not the best. It is not a good place to run to if you are caught in the middle of a storm. So there may be a need. I am seeing a little road here. Okay, I don't know if you see that, but make sure that you are, not necessarily running to what you think is going to be a source of protection, but there may be an alternate route for you. So that's a message, and it may be unclear, but I feel like as you go through July, this message may become clearer for you, that you are under protection, but the usual sources where you have gone to protect and defend you are not necessarily ones that are the best for you, that you need to find new an alternate route or another option or another road. So, go back to that example in a lightning storm. It's, sorry, I hit the camera there. It's best you go in your car, right? Because the tires are rubber and the tires will ground you, or go indoors, right? Or seek shelter elsewhere that is not, something that's not metal. So, you could be a lightning rod for, even I'm getting that you could be a lightning rod for gossip or for people talking about you, or So be careful to protect yourself from external influences as well, right? From other people whose energy may be draining to you, or could wound you, or could hurt you in some way in this month of July. Okay, but all in all, I do feel that you are under protection, Aquarius. So know that, trust in that, trust in the forces that you depend on. God is the ultimate protective force. The universe, gives us messages, gives us intuition, gives us warnings ahead of time. So heed those things. Even maybe this reading has given you a message that will be important to you as the month goes on, and keep this in mind. Maybe watch it again in a week or so, and it may even make more sense to you, or even at the end of the month. Okay. All right, and so I'm going to take one more card here, and this is actually an affirmation deck. So this is actually a little more specific to our everyday life, but this really gives some good affirmations and advice that is timely. And this says present. So, interesting. Present. Time can be tricky, Aquarius. Staying in the moment means not lamenting about things past and not distressing about things to be. The past and future cannot be controlled. I can only control right here and right now. So I take peace in surrendering to the present. Wow, I love that. And what is that? That is, 6, 7, 8 o'clock. So coming on to 8 o'clock, and this is a little after 5. That timing might mean something to you. But what I am getting here is, don't be so caught up in the past that you don't give the present new eyes, right? Or a chance. So again, we talked about reconciliation. Maybe it's a situation where you have to let go of the past, or you have to forgive people. Maybe people were different in the past, or someone was different in the past, and you're getting another chance in the present to start over again or start fresh. So be focused on the present, not the past, and not even the future. Let things unfold the way that they're going to unfold naturally. Don't put so much emphasis on, what this will be, or what it can be, or what we will become. Just focus on the present, and the joy is in the moment. The joy is in the present. All right. Thank you, Aquarius. This has been your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like the video if it resonated with you, and please consider subscribing to the channel. And until next month, I wish you all good things. And of course, I purple you. Bye.